Hi friends, I'm trying something brand new. I'm going to try live streaming my design process as I redo some NIH grant terminations data by state. And this could be a colossal failure, but who knows? Maybe it'll be helpful. So let me share my screen and show you what I'm going to be working on. And I'm going to give myself an hour. Okay, just 1 hour. Let's share this one. All right, this should work. Okay, so here is the original that I saw. Thank you to Sherry for posting this. It's about grant terminations by state. This is just a screenshot of part of this AAMC report, and the full report is right here. It's a 2-page brief. Okay. And it's got a ton of data in there, right? But this part is just like, it's just begging to be brought to life. I think this is really important data and it's just lost in a table. So I am going to, I think, try 2 different options. I mean, we'll see what I can get done in like an hour, but I think I'm going to do a static graph. Maybe I'll just start with a better table. Let me start with a better table. And then maybe I'll do a static graph that could go in a PDF. And then time permitting, I'll try making an interactive graph that would live in Excel. Maybe I should be doing this in Power BI so it could be embedded. I don't know. Ideas for another day. Again, the rules are I have 1 hour. So from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Eastern, because my inbox is overflowing as usual. And if I don't give myself a time limit, I'll work on this until midnight. Okay, it doesn't look like my screen is showing. No, it does. Yeah, it's just super delayed. Okay, perfect, great. So here is our data. I asked uh, Sherry if she happened to have this, like maybe she knew the person who made it, but I don't think she does. So I don't know if I can copy paste this easily. Can I? I don't know. This is gonna take like all of my time. All of my hour is kind of like recreating this data set. Let's see. Oh my gosh, cross your fingers. No, that is a total mess. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Can I grab just like the states and the funding numbers? Why does it? No, no, no. Uh, uh, let's see if ChatGPT can do this for me. Look at the impact on states table on the second page of this policy brief. And put the numbers into a Excel table for me, please. Isn't that nicer? Oh my gosh, it's so much nicer. Oh my gosh. I'm missing, who am I missing? Did they not include everybody? No, they only included 45. Okay, let's spot check a couple of these. 1 New York 575-614-031. Great. Okay, let's spot check another. Let's spot check Virginia. 29676-109. 29676-109. Okay, let's see if I can copy paste this. Better now. Thank you, ChatGPT, for doing a little scrapey scrape for me. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, cool. And now we should probably save this, right? When I'm done, if I create anything cool, I'll record like a separate YouTube video showing the full before and after, like more concise. And obviously, I could work twice as fast if I wasn't talking while I was doing this. NIH, what is this called? NIH funding reductions by state. NIH funding reductions by state. Okay, cool. Mhm. This is sort of the original, except it's not formatted, so it's not exactly the original. Let me unwrap, widen. Okay, cool. And there might be some more data to add in here. I can't forget that. Um, this isn't truly the original. Let's make a better table. Okay, the original was. This is so boring, isn't it? This is just like the boring stuff you have to do before you do some vizzes. And I can't just do the after because then nobody understands what the before looked like and nobody appreciates the like little minor improvements and how they add up. So I just gotta store all this for myself and for you in case I write a blog post or something later. Impact of NIH grant terminations. Okay, that was the technical one. And policy brief there. LinkedIn post is here. So there's our original, better table, static graph, and interactive graph. I'm only 6 minutes into my time limit. That's not terrible. Yeah. Okay. So the better table, and why don't I write notes too about why? It's going to have legible font, dark, dark, dark gray font, not blue. Probably if I did an official accessibility test, this probably wouldn't pass as the body font color. Bold and darker might be okay. This one wouldn't. Let's see. Let me close all this stuff. So legible font, we're aiming for decluttered. Ink is focused on the patterns, not on the cell outlines. What is another thing we're going to do? We are going to add graphs, add graphs because of the pictorial superiority effect, meaning people look at graphs first for longer and remember more. And we might as well add icons because they're going to look really cool here. And there's research showing icons make graphs more memorable. What else are we gonna do? Maybe add the extra impact info that every dollar means $1.6. Somebody on LinkedIn posted about this. Now I just closed the stupid link. Um, it is, let me find out. I think I want to add that. I think that's a really important piece of the puzzle here. What was the extra context? Every dollar generate, no, I was totally wrong. 2.56. I'm not going to go fact check Sherry and try to trace down the original. This I'm sure is correct because I've seen similar federal stats for every department, not just NIH. 2.56 means 2.56 additional dollars generated for the, for the local economy. Okay, lost funding, but then what is it? It's just this times 2.56. Is that right? What would you call this? The bigger effect? The real effect? I don't know what to call this. And I don't know if I'm going to include this or not because I don't know how to visualize this yet. TBD, right? This really is that. I think it's that simple of math. Yeah. I wonder if it talks about that in the full article. Probably. Maybe. I really want to redo this whole thing and turn it from technical lingo into real lingo. I don't know if it's worth focusing on the top 10. Wouldn't we want to focus on the total? Gosh, I hate doing the big number approach, but this might be okay. I'm going to change topical titles into takeaway titles so that it's less jargon, less technical, and therefore easier to understand for more people. That's not greater than or less than. It's supposed to be an arrow. Okay, great. So it's already legible font. Sorry, AIMC. I'm going to do my branding, I think. Unless, actually, do I have theirs in here? No, they were a client of mine on my last laptop. I was going to say I could just do their branding. I'm going to do my branding. Sorry. Just to save some time because I only have 39 minutes left. And let's do this one. Legible font, decluttered. We got that. Add graphs. Okay. Do we want to do, if we had to pick one column, would we do graphs here or here? This one, right? This one. Let's just start with little bars. Data bars. I should make these show up as dollars too, shouldn't I? Or is having like 50 bajillion dollar signs too busy? It's too busy. I think we know that this is about dollars because the whole thing's talking about funding. Okay. Data bar, show bar only, min max. Let's do some brand purple. Good, good. Wow. Okay. Do we want to emphasize New York and North Carolina that much? Do these look so little that's like seems like nothing? But that's like a couple people's salaries, is it not? I mean, this is still more job losses. Hmm. 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 No. Let's think about that. I didn't actually realize because I don't brains don't read all this text. I didn't realize it was this drastic of a difference, and it makes these look like so small. I don't love heat tables for only one column of data because like it's like just looks stupid. Heat tables are better for multiple columns. And let's see. It's way too big of numbers to do icon arrays. How do you make this like a smaller number? Is it like the average person's makes at NIH probably makes 150? I don't know. Is it like it's that divide, it's like this many people? Um, I don't know. I don't have that number. I don't know that data. Hmm. Well, let's add some state icons for now. This will be easy. Okay. I need to find a lookup table. Where is my lookup table? Do I have it here? No. Do I have it in my dashboard course? Yes. Oh, I should show you what I'm envisioning for this for the interactive version. It might be something like this. This is like totally made up data, but it could be like some type of interactive dashboard with little icons, like a little description where you could select your state and you see how it compares to all the other states. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see in 45 minutes remaining if I can tackle that. Maybe. Shoot, who knows? Okay. For now, though, I just want to grab this lookup table because I don't want to retype these. Better stuff to do. And why is it all hugely huge? Because the other spreadsheet had hugely huge font in it. Size 11. Oh, because this spreadsheet has huge font in it. Ugh, who cares? Mhm. I'm gonna look up New York in this column. Oh, there's no Puerto Rico though, is there? There's no Puerto Rico icon. What can I do for Puerto Rico? Shoot. Maybe there is a Puerto Rico icon. Hmm. This doesn't work if Puerto Rico is left out. Look up that state, return. I might as well just return the letter. Little XX. What do I do for Puerto Rico? Leave it blank? That's not fair. Do we make these colored? Then they grab too much attention. Do we make them gray? Not enough attention? Yeah, we can't leave it empty. Um, No. We go outline, silhouette. We go outline with a font. Is there a symbol font? Dang it, state face font. Why don't you have this? I don't want that. That's so. No, no, no. That's not what I'm looking for. Not, no, I want a symbol font. Uh, Let me make a map. Um, oh my gosh. Now I'm going to show you my ignorance. They have counties. Would they have counties in Puerto Rico? Looks like it. I just need a couple of these. Do I need any of them? Can I just make a map like this? I know Puerto Rico is not a state, but Microsoft might think it is. Can I make a little map like this? Okay, awesome. That's gonna have to work. Am I making gray or am I making purple? Let's do purple. The gray is too light. Okay. Can I link? Can I link to this? That's not as clean. Equals this? No, that's linking the cell. How do I link to the graph? I do I've done this before. Excel link to a graph from another sheet. To create a link in Excel that when clicked navigates to a graph, you can use hyperlinks. Yes, I know we can. Go to the target sheet. This, they should call this the source sheet. Select the cell. No, containing the graph you want to link to. Open. Okay, just don't read this in. This is too confusing. We want a hyperlink. So here is going to be insert, insert a link. I'm going to insert a link to a place in this document. No, it's not a cell reference. Can I make it a cell reference? No, that's just a regular link. Insert, insert. Do I have to read this stupid thing? Link. Place in this document. Select the sheet. Choose a cell. Does this have to live on its own cell? This is a lot of time spent on this one issue, isn't it? What if can I put that in the cell just like like a picture. Insert, no. Copy, paste, picture in the cell. I mean, that's not exactly what I want to do. I really want to link all this because it's going to help me with my interactive graph later. Um, centered, purple. Why does this say it's size 36? Because I have my font settings to 36. That's so weird. Oh, because I'm at 40% zoom. Yikes. Let me make this a one-page PDF. Title, lorem ipsum stuff to be filled in later. Does lorem ipsum not work on Excel? This is where I'll add intro sentences later. That's going to be a title. I'm going to do that in black, 18, bold is good. Okay. I'm not going to include this. Maybe I will later. I don't know. Okay, let's just make this PDFable. Page layout, print area, turn off grid lines. And this is that big. That would be like that big. That can be a mergey merge. That can be a mergey merge. Um, that can be a gray. Those be purple so that we know they match the graph, but then it's like too much purple. Yeah, that's too much. Okay, and these, what size are we making these guys? Bigger? Right aligned? What happens to Puerto Rico though? Is it still a little, no, it's not centered. Okay. And usually I say right align numbers, but maybe we'll left align those. Should this be centered? No. No. Indented? No. Why was that indent so big? I'm gonna cheat. Oh my gosh, I hate that I'm doing this on a live. Like that. Is this what we want? View. Page break view. Too big. Two pager. We're gonna repeat that. Down there. Data source is this. Visual. This is so much yuckier than I thought it was gonna be. This spacing's too big. Oh, total. Where's our total? Up here? Not at the bottom, right? Nobody's going to look at the second page. This is where total is going to go, I think. I want to have a total, and then saying this is actually this effect on all of on the 2.56 effect. Everybody always tells me, design friends, do this in 12s, do columns of 12s. I need more columns. Oh, this one is this times 2.56. And this is sentence about the total funding, sentence about the bigger effect of every dollar being $2.56 on the economy. And this is going to need another one, another one, another one. Let's do this in 12s. It's the better one. Merge, merge, right, or eight, or so you could just make a text box. I'm trying to avoid that. Width looks okay. Should this be on one page? Side by side, same layout as before? I don't know. I've already wasted half an hour figuring out this stupid stuff. Go over there. Mergey merge. Mergey merge. This would be like that much. This would be like that much. Left. Left. Here are the details by state. Something like that. A little more white space. This spacing is all wrong because I merged, because I hate merging. This is so stupid. Why did I do this? Okay, let's make a static graph. What would a static graph be here? A static graph would be, it would, I was going to say it would be a spaghetti line. These aren't patterns over time. Is it just a bar chart? It's the same. What would I possibly do to graph these in some different way, would it not be a bar of each state? Would it be something about the top 10 states like they had before? Would it be I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is like adding the bars does make this a static graph. I don't know what that would be. Skip that one. Let's do something interactive. Okay. The interactive version would be select state. Do I want to have a slicer? No, because then if people, I want to make one of these. I want to make I want to make I was gonna say a spaghetti line chart with the two states. We don't have patterns over time. We only know right now. We could do wait, aren't these all reductions? Shouldn't they be going to the negative? Shouldn't they be in the negative? Like downwards in red. Um, should it be a bar chart of your state compared to like the average across all the states that have lost funding to see if your state is higher or lower than the average? Should it be it's all the bars, and when you select the state, it's darker and everything else is grayed out? Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do this one. Okay, I'm not going to do a slicer because I think I only want people to select one state at a time. I'm going to do a drop down. Data, data validation. Where is my list? It is in my data set. Oh, but this should be alphabetized. Okay, actually don't do that. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Guess I should have a data set separate from the table rank and state and funding. Oops. Unmerge. This is why I shouldn't merge. I should follow my own advice. That can get deleted. That can get deleted. Okay. And let's do A to Z by state, duh. Okay. Data, data validation, data validation. Allow a list. Source, data set. This is my list. Select, I'm in Florida, let's do Florida. The icon should show up too. Don't you think that'd be cool? And then, but do I want all the states and I just want Florida to be dark? Would I bother building this in a bar chart? Or would I just do the data bars I already had? If I do it like this, you can write code to make one bar dark at a time, or you can do the really unsexy way and make two charts on top of each other. I'm not gonna do that. That seems like really, um, really unsexy. Should we just do the bars? But then it's like the same as the table. It's the same as the table, just with like one darker at a time. How does that help anybody? Um, is it gonna be, what's the point of this? Like, select your state, compare your state to other states? I don't know. I'm making up a fake scenario. I don't know how anybody would use this. This is just for my own data viz mental exercises to keep my brain fresh. Would you, I kind of want to do like the bar chart that's like unsexy, I think. But then you'd have to scroll. What do we have? Two sets of bars? Like small multiples, like the layout they had before? No, they had three columns. Um, hmm. Is there something about proportions? Like Florida as a percent, as a part to whole of all the funding? Are we mapping these? Everything with states is always maps. Doesn't always need to be a map. Although an audience members would respond well to a map, don't you think? Maybe that's the static one. Maybe that's the map. Map? Let's do a map. Okay. Let's make these geography. Think, think, think. It should have recognized Puerto Rico. Yes. Okay, good job. Yeah, let's do a map. This should work. US state maps usually work. Oh, of course, then we've got Alaska way over there. So it shows us all of North America. That's okay. I could put Alaska on its own map, kind of like separate. Hawaii is likely there, but like, is that no? Hawaii's down. Is Hawaii not down further? Where is Hawaii? Right there. It's right there. Super light. And again, you see New York and North Carolina. I don't think that's bad. I think that's something interesting. You can see that I just love writing words. I keep this till the very end. I feel like I want to make all of this landscape, not portrait. Oh yeah, that already was timesed. That do you want to make this landscape? Don't I? Yeah. Can we just do the classic and 12 across? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. about that much. Set the print area, narrow it. View, no. Landscape, view, page break. Gets to be how wide? That wide. That wide. Okay. And is this huge font? It says 11. Okay. That's going to be a title. TBD what I decide to say about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? 5. People love this stupid big number approach. They always love it. Maybe we'll even make it bigger by the time we're done. I don't know. Uh, nope, because we have all of North America. We don't need a wide map. I was thinking 50 contiguous or 48 contiguous states. We need a tall map. Again, I merged and I hate merging because unmerging is so stupid. So we need a tall map. Tall map. It can be this, it can be half. Legend at the top. Get rid of this chart title because it'll be obvious. Bump up the font and the color, dark gray. This should really be wider, probably. This should be down there. If this could be intro sentences. This is like, no, we should do thirds, not halves, right? Thirds. Thirds. Make the map bigger. It doesn't need all that space though, except Hawaii needs the space. Um, Tempted to do the lower 48, Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico separate. I only have 14 minutes left in my fictional time limit though. Um, that's doesn't need to be that big. Needs to be this big. And this can be 2/3, 1/3, 2/3. This needs to be wider. Too wide. Needs to be taller too. You can't even see poor little Hawaii. The Alaska effect. Are we hex mapping it? It needs more text. It needs some call outs too. It needs some annotations, doesn't it? How big does this get to be before it falls off my page? That much? Okay, that helps, right? More, etc., etc. That would be formatted, but it would have like this type of stuff. It doesn't get to be wide, it gets to be tall. To be that wide to match these. Should be a link. Oy, not that big. This big? That eats up some of the space. We'd have more stuff over here. Is this like light gray because it's a sidebar kind of? No, because then that distracts from the map, doesn't it? Hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay, let's add some annotations real quick because I know what those could look like. Let's do a good old text box. Maybe we need to label Hawaii because otherwise people won't even see it. Call out about Hawaii. What else could we annotate here? Obviously, New York. Carolina. But that is really, really important. So I almost need that to go on the left side of the screen and the call outs to go on the right. Gosh, this thing really wants to be portrait. I'm trying to force it into landscape, but it really wants to be portrait because it's a long North America map. Two call outs. You know what? AAMC is super traditional. They're going to want things portrait, as if they're going to use this, but their original was portrait, so maybe I should keep this one as portrait. Okay, that's narrower, narrower, narrower. Can you see why I'm hating myself? Merging? Well, only this one has to move, right? This is gonna go there. Let's turn back on my grid lines so I know what I'm doing. Yeah, let's just keep let's keep them like this. This could get the whole way across. This could go here. I hate merging. I hate merging. I hate unmerging. You're not supposed to do this till the end, is what I always tell people. Okay. How tall does this get to be if it's portrait? Why did those not go on? Insert, text box, call out. It should be on. Huh, that works with charts, not with maps. You can't trap the text box inside the map. Okay. That's okay. We can group. I don't mind grouping. Okay. I want this down there. I want that undone. No, I just want it like this. How tall does this get to be? Oh, that big. Okay. This isn't helping my call out situation. I need more space for this call out. Let's center that on the page. Like that. Like that. Okay. Centered on the page. Should do a call out here so people see Hawaii. Should do one here because that is really important. And what is our call out here? Percents? I don't know. That they're like hit really hard, that it's like 50% or something. One whole percent. That's that's not that's not helpful. What are these added up? A whopping 2/3. Oh, because I'm not looking at New York and Hawaii. Oh my gosh. Okay. Duh. Duh, Anne. Um, let's see. Let's sort by not the total. Go down to the bottom total. What are you doing? Okay, New York and North Carolina. Okay, that makes more sense. 60, can I call this 61%? Yeah. 61, 61. 4 minutes left. This is not the right sentence. Something like this. Represent 61% of all the lost NIH grants. This isn't the right wording, but this is the draft wording. Together, they are, where is my data set? They are 1.1 billion, 1.14 billion. What is this correct sentence? NIH grant terminations. Lost. Had 1.1 for billion of NIH grants terminated. 61% of all uh, terminations. This is too jargony, but it's something like that. Where do you put this? Do we need to call out Hawaii? I mean, kind of, because otherwise you can't see it. Uh, no. Let's do a. Gotta make all these dark. That. Then there's not enough a variation. That one, it's a little better, isn't it? Yeah. It shows this many states affected. Wouldn't we want to show that too? These aren't all states. What do you call it when it also has DC and Puerto Rico? This is, yeah, 45, duh. Um, States plus DC plus territories. What is the correct term? That's no. 45 locations? Insular. Nobody calls them that. Um, 45 places? That's the most non-technical term. Together, New York, North Carolina. We add a little. Does this get ugly or is it okay? This gets ugly, doesn't it? That's ugly. Who needs that? Don't we know that? Don't people looking at this know that's New York and North Carolina? Do I call out about Hawaii or is it visible enough? Um, let's call it the least. I called out the most. Let's call out the least. The least is, which they sort of did with their ranks, right? Let's just call it on a map version. Idaho, Puerto Rico. Is that worth calling out? I'm not trying to pick on Hawaii or really necessarily call out Hawaii. I just want people to see it. And then like where's Puerto Rico? Do I call out Alaska? I don't know. I think I don't call this one out. I wish this legend was wider. I don't love that. Um, Trillions? Why do I keep wrapping things before I'm done? Okay, I'm over my time limit, but I'm going to keep going because I'm not to a shareable format yet. Um, merge. How many times am I going to make myself merge and center? Times equals, oops, no. I want to make a copy and pastable sentence. Um, what is my sentence? What is my mathematically correct sentence? Um, what's the simplest way to say it? 1.8. Trump and Musk have cut 1.8 billion. I don't know. What's the simplest way to say it? Um, I try not to start sentences with numbers. There has been, let me just do a drafty, ugly one. Billion of NIH grant terminations in 2025 affecting 45 total states and territories and DC. 45 different states and territories across the US affecting Americans in 45 different states and territories throughout the US. And then this one is like each grant dollar, I don't know if this is mathematically correct, generates $2.56 for the local economy. Is that right? Is it local economy? Is it generates? I don't know if those are the right words. That's not a title. That's a normal. That's a 11. Merge, wrap, up, left. I round that up to 1.9, but then the internet weirdos are going to be like, it's only 1.8. You lied. 1.87? the NIH grant terminations. This is a total of 4.79 billion. I don't know what to say. Americans have lost 4.79, but do I round that to 4.8? I don't know. 4.79 billion thanks to the grant terminations due to the NIH grants terminations. I started my career working on an NIH grant. Normal text. I don't know what the sentence is there. It's not this sentence, but it's getting closer. This should be like the same height so they don't look yuck, yuck, yuck. NIH. What are the intro sentences? I want to copy this, but not copy it. I mean, that is correct. As of May 5th, this should and could all be graphs. People at AAMC, get in touch. I want to spend more than an hour helping you communicate this. A day. Oh, it'd be amazing. I don't want to copy and paste this because I'm not trying to go to copy jail. We should put the date up here. As of May 5th, 2025, something like that. They did round that up, didn't they? 1.9. Yeah. Well, I think if they rounded, then I should feel comfortable rounding, right? Because the original rounded. Again, I just worry about the internet weirdos. This should go up here, but not be redundant with up there. There has been. There have been. Why don't I? This is too wordy. This would be redundant with this text. I'm running out of length as well. Um, there, that's the intro, is it not? This should be short and sweet. Direct grant terminations. I don't know. You kind of have to leave this thing. Maybe that can be merged this way, that way. None of this is right. billion worth of grants have been terminated. This is more even. They're published with learn more. There should be like two spaces there. This one moves up. I personally didn't know New York did that much. That's universities, right? I knew North Carolina did. I figured that's the research triangle. Gosh, I'm over my time. Can you see why I have to set time limits for this? I'm like pretty happy with this. That's too smushy now that I look at it, isn't it? Too smushy. I've spent like all my time merging and unmerging, haven't I? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. When will I follow my own advice and save merging for the tippy top end, the very, very end? It needs space. How do I make that have more space? That only gets to be 3 wide. That gets to be 3 wide. And that is 3 wide. This is why I do this in 12ths. 12 across means you can do thirds or fourths layouts. Now that takes up 3 lines. That takes up 3 lines. Oh my gosh, now this one's going to take up 3 lines. Yes. Yes. I want these to be copy paste sentences. Sentences, not phrases. Okay. Is this one centered? Kind of. Should we bump it over just like a hair? Ugh. Needs to be a clickable link. Otherwise, what's the point of having a link? It's too smudged. Who cares? Who cares? If somebody wants to get in touch with me, they can Google me and find me right away. Does that need to be italics? Does that need a space? There has been 1.9 billion. There have been, because we're talking about grant terminations, plural. There have been. Oh, I hate writing intro sentences like this. Leave it for the end. Um, Again, I would love to fact check this somehow or cross-reference it, but I'm going to not. Oh, that's 4 across. These are 3. Well, shoot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what? Dang it. I thought that was all clever. Can't even do my 12ths math. Ooh. Does it matter? Not for now. Is it better than the original? More engaging? More engaging? Yeah? Yeah? Should I make an interactive one? No. Let's just make this one. We've got the table, we've got a map. Uh, what is my date? This one. The white space is in all the wrong places. Why didn't I notice that before I PDF'd it? There's too much white space on the right, and there's too much on the bottom. Was there not? What type of margins do I have on here? Normal. It looked like more than that, didn't it? This looks fine. That was too wide. I adjusted that. And that's just too much on the bottom. Bottom 0.75. Okay. Does this help? That's too smushy. I almost want to do like a little thingamajig. No. Three spaces, three spaces, spaces. Smaller. Maybe we don't need as much of a space. Maybe this can just be bigger. Maybe we don't have to say this, so there's more space. Maybe we just say data. And then over here, we just say visual. Maybe we italicize it to match the top. Then this can be bigger. This really should be wider. I wish it was. Lost funding. Grants ended. Cut grants. Too much over there. Okay. I've gone way past my time limit. As usual, the nitpicking could take forever. Why don't I, though, just finish this one? So we've got two little kind of completed ones. And let's just keep the same top. Should this just be a two-pager? Would anybody want to look at the map and then know the data from the table? Like it should be the map and then the table second? Yeah, it should be the map and the table second, right? It should just be a two-pager. And this should be something like details for each state, something like that, right? Yeah. It shouldn't, they're not separate. It's not like option one, option two. It's like just put them all together. So we start with the big picture and then we show the details. And all of my mergey merges are gonna bite me again. Oh yeah, but that one doesn't fit on a page. It's too long. Do I have to make it two columns? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, that's all right. I bet I can do this by 2 p.m. Eastern. Famous last words. Ha. Okay, rank, state. I don't want to lose the icons. Those are nice. State name. I'm going to need state names across two. Lost funding across two. This part only gets to take up half. Only gets to take up half. How do I make all that? This doesn't, does this whole thing really just need to be landscape? It does. It does. Because when you open it portrait, you have to scroll, just one landscape. I'm breaking all my own rules here. Urgh. And this is why I have my rules. I should have put the rules here. Like, do landscape for on-screen reading. Nobody's printing this and mailing it out. They're reading it on screen. It should really be landscape. Don't merge until the end. I always have this rule for myself. Let's copy this. Let's call this idea for two-page PDF. If I landscape this, where does this go? If it's landscape, page one has what? Title, call out thing, this times this equals this, map, call out on the far right. No, I'm going to swap these. Aren't I going to swap these so that this text is on it's like on this side so you don't lose it? Although maybe it kind of helps your eyes go in that diagonal pattern. Yeah, it does. It keeps you like looking across the whole page. Okay, let's just keep them like that. Also, it's always a good idea to go from big picture to then details. And then page two is going to have the table, the dressed up table. And are we going to fit 22 and a half on each one? Is it just going to be a two column table? If this is half and half, this should be half and half. or are we going to do thirds? Let's see how many rows we can fit. Okay, let's turn our grid lines back on. It's 1:58. Should I give myself till 2:15? Just ignoring my inbox. Just ignore the inbox. Yeah, just ignore it. Who needs emails from Anne? As you can see, I always do YouTubing instead of my inbox. It's my favorite form of procrastination. Okay. How many, if this is landscape, did I change it to landscape? Page layout. No. Normal. No, no, no. Where am I going? Page layout. Landscape. What if I cheat and shrink my margins? That's going to be fine because nobody's printing it. They're reading it on screen. 1/2 inch is good. Okay, where is my page break? It's gonna be 1 and 2. This needs to be some better title in a heading 1 type of font. Here's how all the states have been screwed over. Something like that. That type of wording in the nice way. Um, if the title is at 18, this can be like a 14, something like that. More formal subtitle here. Here's how each state has been affected. That's fine. Casual yet not emotionally charged. Okay, rank state. This is the icon. That's the state. How many rows can we fit down? Yeah, we can fit 22. Okay, so we're going to make these go across. But then these have to be unmerged. Those are unmerged. Format, paint, unmerge, format, paint. I have been talking to myself for a long time today. Whoops, too far. Unmerge. This is the amount. That's the bar. Do the bars fit anymore? It's still a nicer table than it was. And it's okay if the bar charts aren't the star of the show because I don't want to lose the icons either. Do we need to do state abbreviations? Should we do state abbreviations? Maybe. I think I have them in my... Maybe we do abbreviations. Yeah. Not the 2-letter abbreviations, but the legible abbreviations. What am I going to look them up by, though? Uh, put them over here? Oh, I can't look up because those are data, those are map types now. Um, I don't think the lookup's going to work if these are regular and the others are geography. How am I going to look up my abbreviations? Um, Maybe I don't need abbreviations. Should still be right aligned, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. This is going to need 2 columns. I need to really concatenate these together. Really can't fit them all. Do we do away with the ranks? And maybe just focus on the top 10 worst? What if we do away with the ranks and just alphabetize? Alphabetize it. What if we just alphabetize? Because people are trying to find their own state. Don't you think? Don't they want to see their own state? And then what if these are, let me just fill in the abbreviations. Look up the state in the table. Give me the second column. What does it do for Puerto Rico? What are these abbreviations called? They are called, they're like the MLA. This is DC. Wash, DC. Puerto Rico. I think that's safe. They're like the MLA or APA. I don't know, I hate to do the abbreviations though if I can avoid it. Maybe I don't have to now that I got rid of the ranks. Maybe it's going to fit better. I have to get rid of my little states. Yeah, probably. They were really cute though, weren't they? Do I keep the states or the bars? This is decorative, but that is patterns. We already had a map here. I don't think we need the map here. I hate making data viz decisions based on just like stupid stuff, like what fits on the page, because again, this is like nobody's printing it. If this goes on to page 3, who freaking cares? We're not wasting ink. We're not wasting paper. This is stupid. I shouldn't make decisions based on space. I should just keep all this. No. Uh, what is my max? This. Oops. What does that do to my scale? Yeah, these are like little blips. You can't even see the little blips. Well, the good news is they don't need to spill onto a second column there. This is too wide. I just don't have space for these. Uh, okay, instead of making each column equa width, I'm going to not do that. Gonna just mess it all up. I'm not sure what effects it's having up here. See? Super annoying. Ugh. How long do I want to ignore my inbox for? Uh, Forever. Why are you not just bumping over an indent? That's so smushy. Last funding. One. 8.68, 3.66. Uh, let's just make this an even. Bump over. Oh, I messed up all my columns. Who needs an inbox? Not me today. What is this doing to the top of my handout? Actually, it's not destroyed. Okay, I can resize all that later. 3.66. Does it need to be 3.66? Not really. It only needs to be that big. That only needs to be that big. Let's make it a little bigger than the biggest one so it's not smushed. It's like a little more balanced than what's on the left. What did I start with here? 24? Hmm. Why is DC not working? Shoot, I have to make a map for DC real quick. Okay, let's put 3 more here. Because this is where our source notes are going to go. Don't do that. Of course, it doesn't want to fit by one little hair. That's okay. This whole thing gets to be wider, doesn't it? Top page is a busted mess. Um, it gets to be a lot wider. Okay, we need it wider here. We're gonna make the bars wider. Yeah, so that's not gonna be a problem. That's not gonna fall off the page. Okay. One of these didn't fit. That one's a 2.5. Let's make this one a 2.5 for it to be even. All right, and then this, do I want to merge it or do I just want to make that column really wide? These are actually fairly visually balanced. Not that one though. Hmm. Let's make it one column so that that width can be the same as that one and keep the scale the same. And then there's just a space of 2 in the middle. Where are my gray lines? Are they still there? Yeah. Okay, good. Go to 26, 27 through 45. No gray line there. Delete all these. Five? What does five look like? Falls off the page. Four? This stuff. Tall, right? It's gonna go over here. Let's figure that out later. Okay. I can't believe I have to unmerge again. What a friggin' nightmare. Okay. Oh yeah, because that doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, the columns. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. We can even have like this. Who cares? Breaking all my own rules, as usual. That can be four and a half. That can be a four and a half. Nope, it can't be. Just make this smaller, smaller. No, just make it a four. Well, this doesn't need to be that wide at all, though. This looks like bizarrely bizarre, doesn't it? They do need to be the same, though. Same proportions. Oops, oops, oops. What did I do? I hid it. I hid you. I'm sorry. Okay. Four. See, it's all, ugh. Um, this spacing's still too funny. Should I right align the ranks? This is too close. Do I center the state icons? Maybe that's the answer. Uh, let's just like delete that. Decide where we want our map. I guess this is why people use text boxes, because they don't want to fight with it like this. Okay, how big can our map be? Come on, map. Let me click on you. Swear I'm clicking in the right spot. Okay. It doesn't want to let me tug it from the bottom. I'm gonna have to tug from the top. I don't want to cover up Hawaii. It's about 2/3. Not like that. If I had another like 30 minutes to ignore my inbox, I would probably put Hawaii separate. I'd have to make sure the scale was the same though, so the coloring was the same. Probably put Alaska separate. now this doesn't fit. So do I do this on this side? Yeah, I do it on this side, don't I? But then there's that awkward space. Can I put this someplace else so that it, no, no, that's not better. Um, Top right? Why is there not a top left? Excel maps and I have a very complicated relationship. I want that to be bigger. There's too much white space right here. In charts, you can adjust the inside border, but in maps, you can't. Maps only have like a fraction of the editing control that they should have. Like, you should be able to expand the legend because you can do that in charts, make it bigger, so it's easier to read and take some more space, but you can't. Okay, but then that call out fits a little bit better. That's so small. Where did I link this from? From this data set. Okay, what if I don't include Alaska? No, this is going to take another 30 minutes to do. Will it? Maybe not. It's 2:20. I'm way past my own rule here. Okay. What if I remove Alaska from there? And what if I remove, I'd have to do Puerto Rico separate. Remove all the not contiguous ones. And Hawaii. So now the map is only looking at these. So then that gets to be big. And where do I want to put the others? Along the left? So I can have a call out here. Oh, Alaska's there. It just isn't colored. I need it to not be there. I need it to not be there because I want to make a separate map. Oh, Excel maps. Oh, let's try this. Only show me regions with data. I don't want those to be white. I want them to be gray. Um, Done this before. I outline all the states then in dark, which I don't usually love doing. It's supposed to outline these. It's supposed to outline the ones that are missing. Um, no, we can't do that. Oh, Excel. That helps. Okay. No, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. That's not what I want. Um, I can't leave those like a bite was taken out of the country. I hate outlining things in darker colors. It messes up the decluttering aspect. Um, okay, I'm gonna do the unsexy solution. I'm gonna do this one. Be hidden. Just be hidden. I'm going to give you your own map. The inbox can wait. You're going to get your own map. And the map needs to have the same scale. Okay. I hate that I just did that in a live. That's okay. Why not? Um, this can still go here, right? Where do I put the others? Here? Where are my boxes gonna go? Let's try a copy paste. Is that the right number? Shouldn't be pulling my map from the data set. I should have made a separate table just for this. Why didn't I just make a better table and call it a day? 1.859? Is that the right number? No, that's the right number. 1.874. Well, I'm going to remember NIH grant terminations for the rest of my life. This is truly in my head now, for better or worse. That one's too wide. I think general public people love little call outs like that, don't they? Of big numbers. And then it's like a little bit bigger finding. And then the detailed stuff for people like me at the end who care so much that we're like, not only do I want to look at the table, I want to play around in Excel with the table because we're crazy. What's our white space looking like? I think this is great. Maybe we should add Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico on the left so that this can be on the right. Because if you add them here, they're going to be like distracting from a little annotation. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Move them over here. Like that. Okay, now, how do I make a map for Alaska that has the same scale? So it's the same color it would have been. I have to enter some helper cells, right? Okay, so for Alaska, can I say helper, helper, and have the min and the max in here? Really shouldn't be linking any of this to the data set. I should really leave the data set alone. Is that right? Let's just make sure that's right. 281, yeah. Should really leave this alone. Leave the data set alone, Anne. Um, okay, so I'm gonna have a map. Contiguous places. And then little separate places. All of this is such excellent learning, though, to be such a nerd. But I know I'm going to run into all these data issues again. So now I've just like figured it out for future Anne to save her some time. Okay, I need my map to link to not the data set, but this one. Oops, no, no, no. This one, the contiguous spot. What's that going to do to all my formatting? Shouldn't do anything. Should be the same. But what is my true min and max? Mac, my true mac. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. Is this gonna work with some helpers? No. Um, can we just pretend that this is like Florida and this is like New York and then delete them? Let's give it a try. Because if I just map this, it's gonna have nothing to compare to. It's gonna be all a solid color, but I need the color to be relative to these. Data, geography. The scale has to be the same, otherwise it's not accurate. Oh, that's what didn't work. It didn't know where the data. Okay. Insert, map, filled. Okay. Label your columns, Anne. State, value. Pretend these are these states. They're not. They're the min and the max. Oh, you not working. These are states. They're stored as geography. They have easy to read values next to them. This shouldn't matter, these words. Ew. This shouldn't matter either. Now, I'm going to trick it. I'm going to delete this, delete this, and just show Alaska. And the scale is the same. Therefore, the colors should be the same. And it's getting angry because it's like, we don't know what the other states are. That's okay. You were just a placeholder. Sorry. 281, 575. 281, 575. Great. Now the colors here, I changed. We went from light, maybe I didn't change them, to, we should go to darkest. Let's go to darkest. Do those stand out too much? Yeah. Light to almost the darkest. Okay, let's do light to almost the darkest. Because it's got to be the same. Light to almost the dark. Oh, okay. Okay, same. Okay, now delete this. And now this one can go over here. I don't think that's going to print. Should be okay. Um, I already have one powered by Bing, so I'm probably going to cover up that powered by Bing before I'm done. Okay, we have Alaska. What else do we need? Two more. 235, way past, way past what I allocated. My poor inbox. Okay, select data. Can I just do this? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. What is it doing? Um, no. Let's do, why did this one have to be a table and this one didn't? I'm looking at my inbox. Um, okay. Keep it same, same, same. Same, same, same. Okay. I should finish. I have very good emails waiting for me about future projects. Hooray. Okay. Go away. Go away. I said go away. Up there. What are these? Should these all be the same size? Like a 1 by 1? 1.5 by 1.5? They're all light. I know behind the scenes that it's the exact shade of purple it's accurately supposed to be. And accuracy is like obviously hugely important in data. So I can sleep at night. Do people know that that's what Puerto Rico is shaped like? If I didn't label any other states, do I need to label Puerto Rico? Do I put it down here by itself? People don't even know Puerto Rico is a territory. They think it's a different country. I feel like I need to label these. What if I just label them in like gray and not bold? And I label all of them. I don't just pick on Puerto Rico. Um, that's not even legible. What's even the point of writing anything if it's not legible? This is the gray, I think, that passes 508 compliance rules. So it has to be at least that dark. Alaska. I mean, don't people know that's Hawaii? Maybe they don't. Shoot. Maybe not. Um, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they've got to be labeled, don't you think? The point of the whole pickle that we're in is that Americans don't understand data. Not the point. The like a big problem about this of the problems that we're in is American education and data literacy is just not good. Just not good. So let's just err on the side of caution and do a little bit more labeling than we normally would. That needs more space because it only has 4. Okay. Nothing. Fill with nothing. Fill with nothing. Actually, it doesn't need to be down there. It can be like right there. This will make that go up a little bit higher. This will make that go up a little higher. I'm going to risk going to copyright jail here, and I'm going to remove the powered by Bings because we have it over here. And by remove, I mean cover. This should be centered, right? Is that centered? Now the powered by Bing is over the island, over the big island. Oh my gosh, copyright jail. That's okay. I'm sure I'm putting myself on a way worse list than copyright jail list for doing any type of data work right now. Uh, okay, I should be done. Is this equal-ish in width? No. Oh no, how did I get too long? Oh, because that got too big. Uh, hate that I'm nitpicking stuff like this, but like it matters. It matters. It's these stupid little details that have to be all together. Bump. Oh, no, too far. Ugh. This far? That looks stupid. Hmm. Wrong column. Like, look at that. Okay. I think we have too much white space. No, we don't. Should this go further across? I had it half and half. Should this be bigger? Yeah. Why would I do an 18 title? Ew. Go big. Make it legible, right? This shouldn't go half and half because we did a half and half down here, but the top is not half and half. It's closer to like a one third, two thirds. I feel like I should have some more call outs. I feel like not having a call out is kind of just like a lost opportunity. Like there's space. You could have a call out here. You could have one here. You could have one over here. There's space for more details like that. A rule of thumb with landscape is you're not supposed to have words going all the way across. It's too time consuming to read. But I can't just be half here. I feel like that should go more like that should be aligned. Oh my gosh, it's 2:47. What am I doing? I should be doing like my inbox. Oh, I hate how this looks. Ew. Isn't it just begging for a line break? Is that better? Is that okay? Okay. I'm gonna call it a day. Let's do a save as. And yeah, let's call it a day. And then with all my spare mental energy, I'll make like a 5 minute YouTube summary of what we made. What's our date? Where are we? Okay, this was a super fun mental exercise. What did I learn about? I learned about, I figured you could make separate maps like this. And I figured I would do it using the helper cells or placeholder cells that I did it with, and it worked. What else did I learn about? Well, like all about grant terminations. Obviously, that's in my head forever. Um, that's a big number. That's a big, big, big number. I would love to break this number down and make it more tangible. Like it's it's this many workers. It's this many kids who can't do gymnastics classes anymore. It's this many parents needing therapy now because they're so freaking stressed. It's like, it's this much. um, that now billionaires get to keep instead of regular people. Like this is not tangible. It's too many digits. It's too big of a number. I didn't do an icon for DC yet, did I? I need that too. Do I dare? I just got to skip that for now. I just got to skip that for now. I knew you could add icons like this. I knew you could add data bars like that. Like that's not new. Oh, I accidentally have an underline right there. That's because it's set as a heading one. I think I'm okay with this. Oh, and then my lines, should my lines go across? See how that line goes across? I don't want them to go across here because that's too liney. I think they should only go for these columns and then stop. What do you think? Yeah. Or would I keep them like this because it's just like the column header and maybe that first one can go across? I don't know. That looks weird to me. I don't need a line at the bottom. Amazing the things that you notice as soon as you look at it, not in Excel. You look at it on a big screen, you're like, ah. When you print it, that's when you notice all the issues. Okay, I'm gonna pause here. I think this is good enough. Now I'm gonna go make a 5-minute YouTube talking through this at a high level because I've been talking to myself for a couple hours now, and that's a long time. So let me try to recap all the stuff. All right. Thanks for people who joined live.